Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fireside Casts. We are bringing you week 1 of season 14 of RGL Highlander. We're in the amateur division for this week's matchup of the finals from last season coming back to us. It's Swiig1ty's squad versus Ego. My name's Godfather. I got the one and only Rogue on the mic. Jay is on production. This is going to be a fun one. Really nice laid back, kickback, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a good cast. How you doing, Rogue?
Oh, Godfather, it's so good to see you. I'm doing really great. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's really fun for Swift1ty to be week 1, instead of the classic upward. And yeah, this being sort of a grudge match between these two teams after Grands last season. It's anyone's game. So I'm pumped to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, really excited to have you on the cast, and it will likely be that you guys will be seeing more of us here weekly on Mondays around 9:30. Expect not too many delays, because amateur players, they actually ready up on time, unlike Invite, so it's going to be a nice, consistent season of TF2 here on Fireside. We'll bring as many matches as we can to you. And we're starting off with week 1, this matchup, Swiig1ty Squad versus Ego. Love the team names. Let's take a look at the rosters if we have them.
All right, let's see. Maybe I could give it the Swiig1ty Squad first. So we have, let me just double check. Yep, there we go. Great. So it's Flack on Scout, Dorito on Soldier, Heart C Pyro, Polar as a ringer on Demoman, Obama Crab holding it down on Heavy, Qbert Pro on Engineer, Dacian Medic, Hobo on Sniper, and was it Badass Monkey on Spy, if I have my ringer correct, or my sub player? That I'm getting word that is indeed correct. Yep, all right, what do you got on Ego?
On Ego, we got Burped on Scout, we got King Shrew on Soli, Spud is the Pyro, Arcus on Demo, Freddy is the Heavy, love that, and Not a Weeb on NG, Sir Lunatic is the Medic, 1994 on Sniper, and Fex is Spy. So, a bunch of players I've never heard of before. As the gates are opening for the defense to start setting up, we got Bats Backup and Flying Guillotine and Rap Assassin. I'm just looking at all the chargeable equips right now. These are some amateur players with some amateur strats. What do you think?
Well, listen, you say you haven't heard of them before, but you will. Our grandchildren and descendants will know these aliases. I was here on day 1, here at Amateur Week 1 on Highlander here from the RGL League. Yeah, I'm excited. I think, on Swift1ty, some of these points are so hard to push, but especially here in Amateur, it's like, is it going to be a stoppable force or a movable object? You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. We got Swiig1ty in chat, just saw that. That's his squad right there. Who are you going to be watching as these gates open? Probably defensive sniper for me. Maybe just watching the spawn doors, see who gets blown up. Got some crit traps out, excuse me. Doors opening. What do you see, Rogue?
I spy with my little eye. ×2 on cart. All right, we're halfway there. Yeah, interesting. So the Heavy actually playing a little bit aggressive here in the side house with Freddy right here trying to put out a little bit of early pressure. But so far, not too much moving. Just still that ×2 on cart.
Yep, ×2 a solid situation here right now for a Swiig1ty squad pushing up that hill. They're going to have to be careful about 1994. Has that sniper sightline right now, but Polgar, the demo man, working his way forward. It's still a hold here for the defending Ego. 1994 actually going to lose the SVS. Fex lurking, waiting to see who's going to be an easy pick as this cap comes through.
There are so many crit traps in tunnel. Whoa, lights out headshot from Hobo on the Fex there. Nice find. The 6 get dead and the crits don't manage to grab anything yet, but even Uber's working away in a second.
Even Uber's to be expected. No one likes to use on 1. Got that sentry up on the catwalk. Shrew gonna go down. No soldier to watch the flank, so I'm seeing Burped trying to spam a little bit, but he's playing above that door. I really like that positioning, honestly. But turning our attention to this connector. What is it called? Apartments? I can't believe I'm forgetting my Swiftwater callouts, but we're gonna see a blue team push coming in here shortly.
Yeah, they're meditating on the push a little bit. Maybe waiting for their spy to get in position. That looks like to be the case here. So now that the spy's ready to shoot the gun, Pyro working the way through, but the demo goes down to the trap.
Pyro just killed the demo. The tragedy strikes. Sorry to interrupt, Rogue, but goddamn. Spud's gonna hear some flack for no, sorry. Heartsea's gonna hear some flack for that, I'm sure.
For the folks back home, the air blast will not destroy the stickies. You're looking for the detonator here. So yeah, if you detonate on the stickies, they will all shatter into pieces. But if you don't do that, you will shatter into pieces. Resetting the push here.
Oh, we got Riser in the backline looking for 1994. Declo comes through, but the Pyro's going to be jumping right on him. I like the positioning of Sir Lunatic right now. This is a common spot, especially in lower divisions, for the medic to want to sit, but only with his Pyro right now, as Arcus is dead for another 7 seconds. It's really up to the snipers to make something happen. Hobo's going to peek a little bit more. Find King Shrew. Again, no soldier, as he got that nice shot on to that catwalk area. The medic back up top, back where he wants to be with his team, with his heavy. It's going to be pretty slow and steady here for the blue team working their way forward. Actually, an Uber out road.
Yeah, they're working their way into the bottom of the spiral here, but red team has still not used. The card actually gets pretty far forward, but it's a massacre here for the red team. I mean, they cleared out cart, they cleared out upper, so they're sitting very pretty here. I mean, you have to make sure you're building fast enough on the defensive side. That's a Swiftwater classic to, get stuck with someone who is building as slow as absolutely possible, and then offense gets sort of a free ad push, but they're pretty disciplined so far, making sure that they're spreading those heals out on the defensive side.
That teleporter lived with, that's a sliver of help if I've ever seen one, and that's actually letting the team Ego get up onto the high ground pretty quick here. The spam coming through from Polgar, nobody denying him right now. The Pyro trying to reflect, but not really having too much success. Heartseed peeking this door just a little bit. Ooh, getting pretty weak there. It's going to be ad for the blue team because Red waited for so long and they didn't find the meta kill when their Uber finally came through. A little bit of pressure on the left. I'm expecting a push to come through the door now. They're not going to go. They need to go. They had a great distraction play opportunity on the flank there. The soldier getting forward, turning some eyes, but it's not going to end up getting anything. Hobo does find 1994 though. Both pick classes down for the red team.
Oh, the Uber just comes up for Ego here as the Swiggity squad is working their way into upper here. There's a whole bunch of people all stuck in this. It looks like a New York City subway. Everyone crammed in that little door like sardines. And they're, resetting here. There's a lot of picks on the defensive side and the offensive side, honestly, right now.
Oh, look at the rush through this corridor now as the defense had to run to the cart. A beautiful collapse coming in for the blue team, keeping their medic option pretty safe right now. He's going to have probably like 67 ad, is my guess. Unless he's not building for some reason. Is he not building? He was at 54 for like 10 seconds. What the heck, dude?
It happens. What are you gonna do? I'm eyeing the defensive teleporter exit that's right at the top of Spiral still. We'll see if there's any shenanigans that go on there. But right now the offense working their way into IT. And actually they managed to catch out 1994 on Sniper, which is a massive pick, especially right now as you're setting up your push.
Feck's gonna look for the counter sniper pick. Doesn't quite get him. He's alive for so long though, but he doesn't find that. 1994 is struggling so far. I think both pick classes for Team Ego have been struggling. Riser's going in. The Uber out for the blue team and missed timed Uber with the spy going for the play. Uber pretty much entirely stuffed by Spud, who does get stabbed out. Hobo standing for free in choke as the soldier goes to contest the entire combo. Don't really like this play out of King Shrew. He's going to have to run away. He does get onto the cart and stop the cap. 1994 dead again. The sniper cannot get to break. Look at the blue team though, Rogue, holding this high ground like without any contestation.
Yeah, Swiggity squad, honestly, like, when you get stuff by Pyro, it's tough. You want to take a scout if you have an ad push like this, just to clear the Pyro out real quick. But actually, as I say so, they're blazing through into fourth here. And they send Dorito to try and make a little bit of space.
Hobo is finding so many picks. He finds Freddy there, the team, I believe team leader of Ego is that. No, that's Obama Crab is the team leader. We got the heavies wrong. 1994 finally finding a pick here. Can he find Hobo? Looking for it. No, he's dead to Riser first. So this red team, no gun, no sniper. Riser getting in behind the spam coming in from up top. This is looking really good for Swiggity squad. Hobo does go down to Fex, finding a crucial pick there. But will it be enough for Ego to hold this last point?
Yeah, this has been such a wonderful push, but I keep looking at the cart times one, times two every so often. Now they're managing to put all their eggs in the right basket, hey, but right now with the Ubers even on last, there's a lot of options you got for offense here, and all of them are like kind of okay right here on Swiftwater last. So let's see, I guess, what the Ego side has in store.
Fex gonna be still looking for a pick. Oh, he has to decloak. He's got out. And he will go down. Hobo with the melees there. Alright, it is last, and there are traps. Arcus finds Polgar, but this heavy, peeking pretty aggressively, will force Arcus back. Now looking for some heals from his medic. Hobo is peeking, does find not a weave. No NG now for the red team. Their gun pretty weak. It's going to go down. The spy, he's looking for 1994. Does get the stab. That was not a backstab in my opinion, but whatever. As this heavy will be Ubered going in. The Pyro Spud doing good job stuffing Ubers a lot tonight, but he needs to get this medic back into the pit. He doesn't hit the medic at all. He's out of ammo, I think, at the end there. That heavy will fall, but geez, that was such an opportunity to kill Dotchin really easily.
Yeah, Dotchin flashed Obama Crab through that like mesh wall that only some particles can go through, so that was quite the play. I love the idea of the heavy Uber there when the gun goes down. Like, that was kind of a heads up timing, I guess, but you know, when you kind of finish the Uber exactly where you started with the heavy being as slow as he is, it's a little bit of slim pickings with how to follow up as opposed to Uber.
Absolutely. Now, looking at Ryza right now, he's going to be looking for 1994, who knows he's there. I want you to give your best insight into these pick classes. Who is winning the spy-sniper duo matchup here, and who needs to step up?
Yeah, let's see. So, obviously, yeah, Hobo's been hitting some lights-out shots, even on 262 ping, unless my eyes deceive me. But
oh my god, you're right.
Yeah, it does seem like Fex is doing a good job at staying alive, at least, and keeping the comms up for the team, especially, you know, laying out all those traps that have been working so well for Arcus so far.
For sure, I definitely think that Swiig1ty's pick classes are putting in the work. You mentioned ping. Just for the folks at home who can't see this, got 261 ping on the blue sniper, 104 ping on the blue spy, and 133 ping on the red sniper. So these pick classes are working with a whole lot of ping, and on the side of Hobo at least, he's still making a lot happen.
Coming from the past to kill you in the future. They don't ask how you got the
Absolutely.
frag, it's how many frags, eh?
Oh, he's going to find one onto Freddy there. No heavy. Outputting a lot of damage, just area control. Riser's going to jump onto point. Actually going to be able to live. He gets out of some damage there. Fex is lurking. He goes for the decloak, misses the stab. Hobo finds 1994 though. Dotchin goes down. Arcus had the opportunity to spam through and does find the medic kill. So this is looking really strong for Team Ego right now.
Oh yeah, Arcus really controlling the flow of the battle here. I mean, we saw the traps on second, we saw the traps on last, and now like just kind of walking it into their combo and taking them down. So really heads up playing from Arcus so far.
Riser looking for Freddy here. The decloak came too early, but no damage onto him. And actually, Freddy's going to get shot by Hobo, so no heavy to guard that cart. Now Spud has to drop down, but it's a full push coming in from the blue team. Parksy is on point. The soldier now looking with Bats back up to contest it. It's just the medic versus the world. Now his team coming to help him out. The Uber is popped out just barely in time as Swiig1ty's squad continues to try to make their way forward. It's so close! The sniper's gonna get it! No! Freddy's gonna stop them! Now it's just Freddy in 1994. Freddy goes down. It's 1994. And only now Spud comes through. There's not a weep, finds the kill. His gun runs out of ammo. He has to start healing it up here. The cart's still so close to the edge.
His death by 1,000 cuts, we prolonged the round, but at what cost? Right now, the Ubers are completely off the board, but defense can't leave this low ground. They're glued to the card. I mean, look at it. It's like, as soon as the spy touches it. But don't forget it for everyone at home. If you fall in that pit, you are dead. And Spud goes down first right away.
Oh, the cart started rolling back just a bit. That honestly might be a lot for Team Ego right now. The medic has to drop down. So many go down. Arcus is going to fall. The team is going to touch Swiig1ty's squad. 5 points in 10-20. In such a drawn-out last battle, Team Ego really able to make some big plays at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even notice that somehow, like, 40 seconds, 50 seconds will go by in a scramble like that. So, really well played out of their team to buy that amount of time. And I would say 10 minutes and 20 seconds is, like, a little bit long in, like, regular standards. But, honestly, I think with the way these teams are playing, you know, especially with the different cap time and stuff like that, I think it's still kind of a toss-up how this round's going to go.
Yeah, really looking for the blue team here to come back and try to set a pretty solid time. It's now Ego attacking, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta change my HUD up, but I'm looking for them to make a good attack here. I don't know what's gonna happen though.
Right, I would love to see some more cap time, but I think so far at least, he seems to have been playing very disciplined, which I really like to see. You know, you can tell that they've done their homework, and we see why I think that they were both in the grand finals of Newcomer last season.
Oh, absolutely. I am excited to see this second round play out. Got the bats back up on the defense, as we saw last time. Really looking for 1994 to pick up some slack here for his team.
I know, it's actually a little bit more aggressive here from the Swiig1ty's squad here, peeking out a little bit more, a little bit deeper. But yeah, we do have that ×3 on card. I mean, there's not really too many picks going down. Obama Crab trying the same thing with the heavy plate through the window, but actually a nice couple of picks as the demo goes to sack in and losing your soldier and heavy as well at the same time. The card's going to go down in the same amount of time, but you're not going to complain about picks like those.
No, not at all. Hobo's going to pick up another one here. Onto Nato Weep now. Flack goes in, finds the sniper, so a couple of picks going in favor of the defense already here. They're going to try to pressure aim with a soldier. King Shrew wants to get damage in, but the heavy's got the fist out. What is this play? Did Obama Crab run out of ammo or something there? The scout now contesting King Shrew will win the 1v1, but fall to burps right afterwards. Looking at this defense continue, they're now going to get that engineer out and up onto second, but Flex is waiting for them, Rogue.
Yeah, the gun finally gets pulled, and yeah, let's see if Fex actually chooses to decloak ahead of time here. Goes for a little bit of sap on the teleporter. I mean, you take what you can get, I guess, but as Qbert Pro gets the gun set up, I think they're going to be ready at least for this push. You almost have a window of an opportunity when you get that many picks on the defensive side before they're all ready to go, but the cart's so far back.
That, if you missed it, was a telefrag by the spy onto Qbert Pro. No more defensive engineer here, and I hope that was clipped.
Dude, I absolutely missed that, especially Fex put on the sapper in the first place and then ran all the way to spawn just to take it. And wow, Arcus grabs the gun right away in the middle of this push here. So we're resetting a little bit, but grabbing the gun and the engineer is going to set you up very well for a dry fight here.
Ego lost a couple of players, but they did just find Heartsea. Oh, Fex with a huge play. How did he even get there? Didn't see him get into that room. Arcus now has an opportunity to spam. Freddy's going to be jumping forward, getting that level 1 gun spammed down. Good job by this combo working their way forward. It's pretty much lost on second, but we still have Riser, and we had Scout behind. Hobo, hero play, looking for one. Can he get out? He is going to get out. All right, so finds a nice pick and gets out. Hobo, keep things interesting.
I love this base here. What a dry fight. And right now, look at the offense. This kind of death ball. 5 players working their way through main. It looks like the Swiig1ty squad is setting themselves up on the high ground. You know, some teams opt to go for the lower bunker or maybe play forward. And yeah, really nice shot from Hobo onto King Shrew.
Yeah, he's not a 5K right now, putting a lot in for his team. Fex caught out. It does go down. This is going to be the Uber coming in for the blue team. And they immediately get Dotchin with the Uber. Thought he would be able to pop. Polgar, 2 health right now, is still up putting damage. Now the flank coming in. No way blue team fails this. But the Demo Man is 13 health. It's up to Swiig1ty, but he walks right over the trap. And the Demo will live. Now a bomb coming in from the blue team. Dotchin staying alive right now. Qbert Pro is going to fall, so no engineer again for the defense. This cart's going to get capped. And Ego setting a fairly fast time here relative to Swiig1ty.
Hobo with a quick one on the way out as the door is closing, but man, Polgar walking forward fearlessly on 2 HP is the level of confidence I dream of having, Godfather.
Yeah, a lot of interesting mentality in this amateur division. As I say that, King Shrew just jumps into the entire enemy team and falls for it. Freddy picks up 2 and looking to find Dorito here, it seems. That level 1 gun is probably going to pick him up, and it does for Pro. Should probably try to get a level gun on last as this blue team keeps working their way forward.
Yeah, they keep eking the card a little bit forward. I am really loving this cap time out of Ego here. You can feel it. Feels like so much more up-tempo, like the pace is that much hotter, that much faster. And
medic. Oh, look at King Shrew going on for the medic. Dotchin does go down, doesn't get the surf away. So full ad here for Team Ego. Red Medic drops that one. Swiig1ty's Flack is trying to find something, but will only go down to 1994 with the SMG. Rare to see.
It was a nice effort to try and delay the cart there at the last second, but looks like we're going to be setting up our defense here on last as the offense here. Ego comes in with a full ad for Sir Lunatic.
Full ad, no drops, please. Looks like they're going to go around their right side, get out through this door. Hubert Pro does go down. There's no entry, now no gun. The Demo Man launched into the air. The blue team doing a good job with the cap pressure. No one shot this heavy. He's 3 health. Now goes down. And Team Ego going to come back after a really solid defense and find the win here in half number 1.
Wow, textbook last push. They like split the attention of the defensive side by taking that out all the way in. They ran at him in a straight line and nabbed the nabbed the cap time, got all the frags, and took round number 1. Really well played out of Ego so far.
Yeah, and they are the defending runner-ups here, trying to take down Swiggity. And so far, doing a good job. I don't know protocol here on Firesides, but I would take a gander at some logs if we had them. We'll need just a second here before logs, everybody. But in the meantime, Rogue, half number 1, standout players. Who do you got? And maybe who do you want to see turn it up a bit in half 2?
Let's see. I'm definitely feeling like an Arcus fan a little bit after seeing like such number 1 a solid resilient defense, and second such an up tempo offense. You know, taking dry fights off Uber and things like that. I also really want to shout out. Let's see if I have these aliases right. Of course, it's Not a Weeb and Burped on the side of Ego as well for amazing cap time. Like that cart was almost never not ×3 when it was time for cap. So I think those are the big difference makers in why that offense went so well.
I 100% agree. The first person you mentioned was Arcus. He comes in with 21 kills, 5 deaths, and 580 damage a minute. Next highest in that category is Hobo, who I was singing the praise of consistently, who picked up 21 kills, 8 deaths, and 358. But Arcus, geez, putting in the work. Maybe a slight demo differential here. Polgar struggling a lot, 12, 1, and 11 with 276. It's really Arcus's game and everyone else is playing it right now.
For sure. I mean, there were a couple of times Polgar maybe felt a bit ahead of the team, but I kind of think that's a good problem to have, right? Like if you're playing a little too fast and trying a little too hard, that's better than trying not enough, right? So I think maybe if they're able to shore up a couple of these issues here, I mean, what is it really like? I mentioned cap time before, but you know, I think especially, you know, you take a little bit of a morale hit if you remember pushing second and third where the Ubers just kept getting caught out, and then, you know, the offense would milk their Uber for 20 seconds, 40 seconds before using. So I don't know. I think just you got to reset in a halftime like this and keep your head in the game. So, you know what, whatever happened, first round happened. Let's play, you know, up tempo TF2 and try and win the next one.
Yep, tempo is going to be everything here for Swiggity Squad. Setting a pretty darn slow time in the 10 minutes on their first attack. They got to do better in half number 2.
I mean, I'll also shout out Hobo here, where on the losing team, tied for top frag in the server. I mean, yeah, really nice work there. And yeah, keeping the team in the game, basically. So this is like, you know, if your pushes aren't quite working, but your pick classes are going off, I can name a lot worse problems than that. So you still got something to work with here on the side of the Swiggity Squad.
Yeah, for sure. It's Hobo's been dominant here. 1994 hasn't really had any opportunity for free reign. I do want to see a little bit more coordination, maybe between the flank and the combo. I mentioned earlier there was such a beautiful opportunity to get out on the flank through that side tunnel and then have a push and go through connector apartments. What is it? Apartments? Connector?
Yeah, pretty much. Okay,
I felt like I was right, but I don't know what the young punks are using these days in terms of callouts on on Swiftwater.
Yeah, the rule is there is no rule.
Right. Yeah, that is room 5, please, for my team. Anyway, I actually, on the note of callouts, my experience with amateur players, don't read into that too much, is that they make up funny callouts for things like why use door when mosquito works. You know, they just say really funny stuff and as callouts, and I really like that about amateur players. It reminds me of the good old days.
On Vigil, there's like on second, the big house on the side has a huge graphic that says like Jenkins grain or something like that. but almost no one plays with decals on, right? So when it came out, we're like, oh, that's Jenkins. But every other team is like, what on earth is Jenkins? Who
What
is
is
Jenkins? And no one knows what the house, and they're like, it's just house, but there's 4 houses.
There are 4 houses. No, Vigil is actually probably the best example. I love that map, and was playing Highlander when that came out. I think what is now known as Big Door, we were calling by the number on last, that is. I think it's door 2, maybe 3. But it was a very sixes call of us to call it by a number, you know, like Big Door, or door
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4 on process. Anyway, damn, now I'm thinking of all these fun callouts you could have on this map.
Yeah, wait, I got another one. I mean, it's still Vigil. It's like, what is this week? Like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Vigil is the best payload map in Highlander. No, we had a great one on like MCM Man Crush Monday, where like pushing into third, we'd say the floor is lava. Do not push from the floor. That's the worst spot to push. So we just call it lava. And all the teams that I mentor, all the players I mentor, I always call it lava. So now even some of the teams that have ascended to invite are like, he's lava. They're coming from lava. It's
love
contagious.
That is so good. That I'm certainly calling
It's
that
good.
area lava now.
Gets the point
Nice.
across.
Is Vigil in this season? Does
Yeah.
anyone know? Yeah.
It's got, that was like a pure faith. Yeah, like I haven't read the map list recently, but it must be.
I feel like I've missed it in the past couple seasons if it has been cast. It's one of my favorite maps, maybe my favorite Highlander map, to be honest. And I don't think that's too controversial of a pick. It's just a really well-made map. I loved playtesting it and whatnot early on. Anyway, back to today's match of Swiig1ty's squad versus Ego. Who's got to pick it up? Who's got to turn up the gas?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good question, but already I kind of love to see this long of a time in between. I mean, sometimes like there's a technical issue, but we have a secret access to the in-game chat, and no one has like apologized for technical problems or anything like that. So that just means that the Swiig1ty squad are just kind of talking over what they need to do, basically going into the next round and how they need to change it back up.
Yeah, here's hoping. I think Obama Crab is their team captain. Hopefully he's leading them through this, trying to figure out what they're gonna do and what they need to do. I think one of the main issues is on these Uber exchanges and pushes, like making sure you have the right timing on your calls, like knowing when you're going in and whatnot. But we are in to half number 2. Setup time has begun, and I'll turn it back to you.
All right. I actually got so excited at the beginning of the first half of the first round. There were a whole bunch of crit stickies all scattered throughout the tunnel, like explosive Easter eggs. But the Easter Bunny cashed out a little bit too early, and we didn't get to see any exciting frags or anything like that, as Pulgar happens to be scattering them around. I actually do like some of the ones on the log here, but I don't know. I feel like they're kind of not long for this world, and you kind of expect your team to clear those out pretty quick.
Yeah, I agree. It's not like no, I don't think anyone's going to be falling for those, but it's worth setting. Honestly, I feel like at this level of play, no offense intended, you could just put those next to the spawn door and maybe get a kill, and it might work 1 out of 5 times. But like the chance of a soldier jumping up onto roof and running into those is really low. Someone running across that log and finding them so early is pretty low. So might as well go for the flashy spawn campy play. Anyway. We're getting into this, and I'm gonna be watching to see if anyone gets caught. The soldier didn't call dead, which is really sad. Freddy's just shooting at some of the traps. He finds all of the ones he can see. Riser's gonna get bumped here. Oh, he doesn't get bumped. Nobody knows.
He's played up close and personal, yeah, like really taking it into their face here. I don't know what the objective is, but I love the tenacity.
Oh, Freddy versus Dorito. That was so close, but it's 1994 picked off by Riser there, so despite finding a play, 2 down, 3 down for the blue team as King Shrew also falls. And look at this. Obama Crab was just trying to gun down people on point. As Riser lurks above. Oh, Spud takes a big body shot there from the sniper. 1994 now going to be peeking.
Yeah, this is very interesting. It's very like textbook TF2. But actually, Fex manages to completely stop the teleporter this time and does not make it away. But that's honestly not that bad of a pick. It's such a long walk through a sniper sightline to get back up into Spiral here.
Yeah, it is a very long map here on Swiftwater. King Shrew going to get picked off again. Dorito finding the flank fight win. Looking at Connector Apartments area, got those traps up above. Standard positioning for them. Don't have the Pyro over though. Spud is, where is Spud? Just now getting back to the combo. Okay, so now blue team with these even Ubers might be thinking about going forward, working together. Hobo's going to pick off the engineer, one less person pushing the cart. And it's just a question of when is Ego going to go in.
Ooh, Polgar on the loose cannon here to juggle them. I love this as the Ubers come in real quick. Heartsea managing to eat the first half, no problem with the air blast here. Spud being the first pick in this Uber, and the offense is totally stuffed.
That completely stuffed, and so many kills going in favor of Swiig1ty's there. Really good Uber exchange. Freddy going to get taken out by Hobo there as well. Fex lurking pretty deep in Red's backline, but chances of making something happen here are slim, and at this point it wouldn't be too impactful. That gun does go down though, so Hubert Pro has got to find a new place to set up.
Yeah, heads up play there from King Shrew to find the gun in that post-Uber fight, but yeah, amazing defense. Yeah, that's why I love the loose cannon here, you know, just kind of juggle them around the ceilings and corners and stuff like that. You got them right where you want them. But the offense here working their way down, trying to get some cap time for Ego here. As it's actually getting kind of far.
Oh, Arcus just goes deep. No fear there. I think he might have gotten a buff and just gone in. Riser finds Sir Lunatic, so no medic alive for the blue team. Now Dodgin's gonna go down as well. The rocket finding him as he's stuck in the doorway, trying to get around that wall. And blue team has that pyro on the point. Nothing's really gonna be able to stop him from capping, and so he will. It's gonna be pretty solid ad for Ego here, but in true amateur fashion, wasn't building for a second there. Just those slight inefficiencies do add up.
Wow, after like 2 or 3 of those picks went down on for Ego to get those picks onto the Swiig1ty's squad, you kind of get that feeling. Like, I feel like this dry push is a little bit really good, and even to commit your medic and lose Sir Lunatic there, but win the points. You know, that I would take that trade. I would fall on the sword in the name of my comrades.
Couple of picks coming in for Swiig1ty's squad. Oh, Hobo finds 1994 there as well. Dorito is finished off up above. What is this? Toxic barrels? What's the? Yeah, it's toxic, right?
Silos in the middle.
Silos. That's the call. That's the call. God, it's been a while. If it's not clear.
You're good. I was eyeing this little fight in IT here. I think this is a really powerful portion of the map, not just because of like what it does do, but it's more that it takes away this positioning for the offensive side. So if you can set up your combo for defense for the Swiig1ty squad here in IT, then you're sitting real pretty there. But 1994 grabbing Hobo, this is going to open up a lot of doors for the offense.
Oh, that's going to be the NG going down. Now his gun and his medic. 1994 finds a crucial drop onto the medic, but right back in. Freddy, wait, someone found an option too. Who
Everyone's dead, they're all gone.
Yeah, it's amateur. You blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it was like dominoes falling, but they all just fell at the exact same time in unison. I don't, it was like synchronized
didn't even
swimming.
show me the second medic death, because it was too fast, I think.
Hey man, and yeah, listen, Arcus is not done yet. Shoving their way all the way up, and you know, having a heavy on this little like kind of one-way angle from the tree where the heavy's bullets actually come out of his eyes. So as heavy, you're able to do full damage, and almost no one can shoot you.
Oh, he was lurking up and behind. No one has the ears to hear him. Good bomb from the soldier will be a distraction. Finds from above. What's that? Assassin's Creed stab.
Yeah.
And will go down for it, but opens up a lot of room for the blue team here. Red has abandoned their hold. Hobo and burped, so that's going to be a slightly slower cap push going on.
The offense here, Uber's pretty much even as we're working our way into last here. So we saw, I think, a not too bad showing from the Swiig1ty squad holding last the first time here. So hopefully they're able to, you know, milk the clock a little bit more here, because 5 minutes is pretty quick, even if it's Captain 7 or 8, I would say, especially for this division. That's a very solid time.
Yep, we're going to be looking, see if any pick classes can make something work here. And it's Hobo picking up the NG. Not too crucial, but still good to have. Fax is going to be looking to decloak. Oh, he's caught out in the corner. Heartsy is there looking for him. Good pyro play. It's pretty much all you need to do at that moment in this division is to spy check, and he finds that. So Uber popped out here by Team Ego. It's pretty poor. Spud does go down. This demo's gonna get caught out. Maybe he's walking over a stick. Oh, but Riser comes in with a stab. Now it's just a medic and a heavy. This demo Polgar, he needs to be turning around. Oh, nice shot by Hobo. Picked up the heavy. Now Riser looking for the stab. Doesn't quite find it. He's gonna go down to the level 1 gun from Not a Weeb. Now it's level 2.
So, Godfather, I learned something new about this map, where in that Uber, Heartsy on defense here on Pyro got blasted into the pit, except apparently the pit doesn't open until the cart gets up to this like little electronic thing on the side of the track. So the pit was completely closed as they were about to die. So yeah, managing to hold out a little bit more, and I'm learning something new every day.
Yeah, invite players can still learn things from casting. So, you know, it's always worth it to come by for a Fireside cast, Rogue.
I'm not too old to change. Watterson, I still love you. Please call me back. It doesn't have to be this way.
Watterson, everyone's first love. Vex does go in and die there. Just getting that cart moved ever so slightly closer. Hubert in a lot of trouble. He gets piped, and then his gun falls, and then he dies. Riser killed by the medic here. Freddy taking a lot of space. The Uber going to be popped out, but Heartsy is doing a decent job stuffing it. Now the Uber popped out by the red team. Are they going to find kills now? Heartsy is stuffing this medic back in to red spawn. The Bat's backup is popped up. No one's killed this medic yet. He finally goes down. Just Not a Weeb in 1994 up alive. This gun should be spammed down eventually, especially with Doritos Bat's backup in action. It does fade here. Oh, and there's the kill. The spy goes in, finds a play. Be wary of those revenge crits on the side of Not a Weeb.
That was actually like round saving from Obama Crab, busting it down, dropping on the cart, but ooh, Vexy cloaking on the back. He gets the stab in the round. Gets the cap anyway with 8 minutes 16, which is a really good time for an offense, I would say.
I mean, it's no invite time at all, but like it's Swiftwater and it's amateur, and I was fully expecting to see like 10 to 12 minutes pretty consistently. So yeah, really good time out of team. That was Ego, right? To start it out?
Yep, that is correct. So, okay, but it's still doable, right? And you would hope, especially in that halftime here, where the Swiig1ty's squad took a little bit of time, you know, to really kind of talk through sort of what worked and what didn't work in that first round. Absolutely looking for them to, like we discussed a little bit here, like, you know, make sure we got the right pacing for our combo and not drop players before the Ubers. Make sure we're coordinated with our flank and, you know, how we're taking these pushes. And also, you gotta give me that ×3. You know, if you lose the round, but you had like ×1 for half the map, who do you have to blame? You know, it's all my fault. It's always my fault.
Yeah, it's the caster's fault, actually. No, I want Swiig1ty's squad to keep that ×3 consistently through here. Want them to really not have any big slip-ups. Just play a consistent round of TF2 and they're going to be sitting pretty here. I do like Vex all the way up on this lamppost position. He's really got, he's made himself a Highlander Batman.
On the perch. Everything the light touches is your kingdom. Where,
exactly. Yertle the turtle here. Do people get that reference? Is that too much of a boomer reference?
Sorry, Dad, I've disappointed you once again.
Shoot! I made a boomer reference. That's crazy. Okay, my bad. King Shrew picked off by Hobo here with a quick peek up the hill. Vex still up. I'm calling that Yertle now. I will explain later if we have time, but well, yeah, I like that position a lot. 1994 is going to find Riser before Hobo picks him off, so 2 quick headshots means each team down a pick class. Blue getting this cap in, and we'll be looking for opening here in main, it looks like.
Yeah, that was actually, like, this is a weird thing to say, but that was a pretty fast first cap. I mean, it took some, like, I think 42 seconds, which is, like, better than some invite teams do on first, so already you're in a good spot, but this Uber's got to come out now. Milking on offense is one of the biggest mistakes you can make, so I got to see a play, and I got to see it now.
Do it! Just do it! I mean, main is pretty bad here, I think. Vex is going to decloak, looking for anybody. He's standing around this car, he finds the sniper, he walks through the entire team. Finds the sniper. The rotation coming up to this connector area. No traps above that door. Don't see where the traps are, actually. Riser probably looking to sap this gun in main as soon as the push comes in, so it's going to be a coordination play. No, he goes early. No coordination there. It's a Weeb gonna probably go for some ammo here. Polgar getting spammed down real weak, though, Rogue.
Yeah, this has been like a full minute of just not pushing. Like, even if your Uber was terrible, you have enough time to build another one and go. I mean, the gun was also on the ground. It's still on the ground, actually, from Not a Weeb. So even going main quick would have been great, but Qbert Pro going down as well. And, oh, even Flak going down, you know, for offense, it's, you know, you're just bleeding out here, right?
Yeah, you want to really see people stay alive here. The Uber's going to be popped out. The Pyro's doing such a good job stuffing this. Polgar does pick up the sniper, but really nothing happening on the Uber here. This red medic's going to get caught in connect. It does go down, and Sir Lunatic will live. So, a completely failed Swiggity squad Uber push as they continue to try to bust through here.
Yeah, this is kind of the difference maker. Like, we saw this from Ego last round. When Ubers were off the board, they managed to dry push and take second here. If Swiggity Squad is able to dry push and take second here, we got the game on our hands. But I think if they wait all the way until they get another Uber, it's over.
Yeah, you really don't want to wait here. You want to just make something happen as soon as possible. 1994 does go down. A good pick there. I think that was by the spy. Effect's also dead. This is like a slow creep in through connector. Polgar's taken down by traps from Arcus. And now the Uber's going to be popped out. So this is working out pretty well for Swiggity Squad. They kind of just sack a demo and a heavy to bait out the Uber and now have 80, 70-ish ad.
Yeah, pick class is going nuts on this one. But yeah, Dachshund having this out over, so Lunatic, yeah, this is something to work with. But again, I got to see it quick. You know, right now, Polgar is so far, is so ready to take this Uber up here in the apartments. And there's a couple stickies, but you can just use it now, you know, just take it in before anyone loses any health.
Yeah, for real, I would just go in on the demo right now, bring that Pyro. It's going to be a Pyro first, just getting the better stuffing right now. Finally going down. This Heavy's going to be able to just lay down some fire onto Heartsy. Raining death from above. He's now rotating out. I honestly surprised that push worked. I think it's just the Spud death that made the hold fail.
I agree. Like, Ego showing a little bit too much respect, I think, here. Whoa, nice movement there from Dachshund. I don't know if you saw that, like, delayed fall.
I did, and then I also saw King Shrew with a really nice airstrafe jumping around as a soldier. Hobo finding a pick. Looking around for more. Freddy dropping onto this ledge area. Do you like this positioning for Freddy on Heavy?
Oh, I love it. Especially having this ad here as well.
He
like
dies! No!
Yeah,
Sorry,
dropping down is a bit of an overcommit, huh? But oh, actually another pick for the offensive side. So right now you can take this Uber wherever you want and just, again, hold down right click. Do not wait.
I don't
Go give it to him!
Honestly? No, okay. I thought Red didn't have for some reason. I would have said just like try to hold this Uber as long as possible and try to get some cap time going, but this Uber is going to be exchanged. The medic just standing in the doorway and the cap's going to come in for free. Qbert Pro. Oh, just now being contested actually. Hobo going to get taken down as well. That is a very lucky save by Team Ego on that cap. I would have thrown more people at the cart, and now Swiggity Squad is going to be able to. And Swiggity Squad also picking up about 25 ad on that.
Yeah, amazing cap time out of all that after everything, but Sir Lunatic standing and body blocking that door was quite the play. Whoa, Arcus actually going down to Flak here with that cleaver, cuts him down.
Yeah, that was stuck
spawn.
in the spawn, and Arcus saying, wrong door, whoopsies. Oh, look at this bomb onto top chin by the soldier. Oh, and he's gonna pick him up with 3 lead rockets, give his team about probably 60 or so, 65, 70 ad. By the time that medic is up, so red team gotta back off. Can't really take too much ground here. They might try. If they do, I feel like they're gonna get forced. Okay, no, the Angie's just setting up on last. They're gonna play a bit forward, try to catch someone out. That soldier is a prime target. Freddy's gotta turn around. Gotta be careful of this entire push coming in, and Freddy does gun down Dodge. Good turnaround. Exactly when it needed to happen, but the cap's still gonna come in. It's just now full ad for Team Ego.
Well, maybe this is like hypocritical being a medic player myself, but I actually love this type of play from Dotchin, just saying we're going to shove it. I don't care if I die, we need to cap. So constantly chain feeding your medic, but getting the points, I think is like, now we have a minute and a half going into last. Sure, it's not much, but it's something. And I think right now the Swiggity squad is, thanking their lucky stars to even have this opportunity after, getting so stuffed sometimes, but then managing to claw their way back each time. So only 30% right now. They have time to set up a play however they like. And now the pit is open. They're past that little rectangle. And I think we're taking a quick break. Unless it was just SCB lagging for me, and I apologize.
No, I didn't see any lag on my end, so I think that's just a you issue. Hopefully this one will go for a fair while longer. Fex picking up a pick onto Hobo. Swiggity staying on the point right now. Does run away. Honestly, I would have liked him to die there. Now he will go down as that level 3 up and ready. Looking at Obama Crab getting some spam through that window. Has to rotate away. This dispenser so weak right now. Someone heal that, please. Engie, please.
We got 40 seconds left on the clock to decide if we're going to another round or if Ego take map 1 here in the amateur division. But actually the offense is kind of bleeding out here, and Polgar being this death so quick, they take the Uber without him. Obama Crab working in the top here and getting blasted up towards the pit.
Oh, this is looking so poor right now. Oh, Heartsy actually on point. Freddy will be turning around to look at him. Oh, can Heartsy get this? No, it's Cuber Pro. Oh, nobody's going to be around. Oh, Hobo now looking for a miracle play. Can't quite get it, but he did touch. There's 10 seconds left to play. Riser's going to get caught here. He does decloak, and it looks like Team Ego is going to take this fun as everybody is standing on cart.
Ooh, you love the hustle there at the last second. I mean, you kind of feel like they almost had it as just like, tipping its way into the pit here, but really well played from Ego. They landed on it right when they needed to, hold the round down, and take week 1 2-0.
2-0, a really good start against the defending champs, as I understand it. Ego coming back with a vengeance. Find that win. Just a really solid job all the way around.
Yeah, and Freddy with the immediate open console and type quit. I'm out of here with. I think though, these seems like both of them have a lot. I think to take away from this match, right? Like they played honestly such up tempo TF2, and like we mentioned, like the ways they're orchestrating these pushes. They're disciplined on first, they're methodical on second, and things like that. It really brings a tear to my eye to see that this is the level of the amateur division compared to like I don't know, it's silver teams from the days of yore, from back 8-9 years ago in my day. I know I've made a joke about the boomer thing, but I am also old as hell.
See, okay, I posted Yertle the Turtle to chat. I'm taking this moment to soapbox and explain this. Yertle the Turtle is a Dr. Seuss comic that I read as a children's story, in which there is a turtle named Yertle who wants to be the king that all he can see, and so he stacks up a bunch of things, including animals, to be as tall as possible. And then, you said that the spy owns all the light touches. No, Yertle the Turtle owns all he can see.
Okay.
That's my soapbox moment. Thank you for all listening. Anyway, TF2 logs are up here for me. What are you seeing in them?
Good question. All right, they're up for me too. So, Hobo again, top fragging on the losing team. Wow. On what was that again? 260 ping, 265, something like that.
Something crazy like that.
Yeah, what a monster. Like huge showing from Hobo, but it really comes down, especially on payload like this. You can almost feel that like Ego was just such like a well-oiled machine by comparison, right? Like when their pushes were working, they were so smooth, and when they weren't working, they had a plan B, C, D. And I think the Swiggity squad here again had like a solid default plan, but when that kind of fell through, then that's when it started to not go so well, and they would take their time figuring it out. So I think that's why we have it. The combo side for Ego came out a little bit on top here, and I mean other things like medic decks are pretty close, and yeah, like the winning team Sniper in 1994 went 6-13. Meanwhile, the others went 22-9. Of course, it's not getting a million frags doesn't win you the game. I could tell you that easily. I get a million frags all the time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But yeah, still, I think like we really saw here, like whatever kind of prep that Ego put into this and the time they spent in the offseason is what won them this game.
Came in with a certain sort of ferocity. They readied up again,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna cast it if our producer will stream it.
We're live with the illegitimate overtime. It's a 5v3. You know, most you recommend having more players than the enemy. So not sure how I feel about ego here.